Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hope and Renewal. This is episode 2. My name's Antonio Banks. I am the host, and I will be talking about the unseen clock. The clock all of us probably do not pay attention to or think about. But have you ever thought about how much of our lives are built around time? Our whole life. We set alarms, we check calendars daily, we race to appointments hoping not to be late, school pickups hoping not to be late, and jobs hoping not to be late. And all the while, this invisible rhythm pushes us forward. Tick, tick. See, in Genesis 1:1, it says, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." As in the beginning, didn't just start creation, it also introduced time. Time, and like everything else, was God's idea. The reality is, most of us ignore and act like we have all the time in the world. The clock is going to keep ticking forever just for us. That's what we think. We delay forgiveness. We procrastinate purpose. We wait to love like we should loved yesterday. And then suddenly, without warning, the clock stops. I never forget the day that my mom passed away. She dropped me off at work at 5:45, 6 o'clock. Told her I love her. She said, "I love you too." At that time, I had to walk a country mile because she wouldn't drive me up there. And so 2 hours later, at 9:30, I get a call from emergency medical people telling me I need to hurry up and get to the hospital. Mine going everywhere. And I get another call from her boss saying she passed away from a massive heart attack. The clock I never saw. I thought she would live forever, just like my dad. Next thing you know, time was up. Another story is this: I remember watching a couple say their vows to death do us part. Smiles on their faces, a forever kind of love. And then 2 weeks later, the groom was gone. He had a brain aneurysm that nobody knew at all about. Didn't have a warning. Didn't even have time to prepare. Just gone. You've heard this story on the news, I'm sure, about a family that took off in a helicopter over New York City to celebrate their son's birthday. It was a beautiful day, laughter in the skies, and then tragedy, a crash. The whole family was gone. Time that they never thought would be gone. Not just a lot of lives, well, 3 or 4 lives was lost at the time, but futures were stolen, birthdays, bedtime stories, graduation, hugs that were never given again. You see, there's the clock we see, and then there's the unseen one. The one we don't get to control. The one quietly counting down moments we assumed were guaranteed. That's the lesson I learned. It was hard. When I was locked up, physically, emotionally, spiritually, I thought time was standing still. I thought I had time to catch up and get a fresh start with my parents. Meanwhile, the time was still ticking inside. May 23rd, I lost my father unexpectedly. My mom called him, then they called me, or I called them while I was locked up. And talking to him, you would never known that he was sick. That Monday, I talked to him. That Tuesday, he passed away. Time that 3 years that I lost time. Yeah, at least I still have time with mom. I thought that's the time that I thought we had. We'll make up for what we lost. But the unseen clock was ticking too. I just really thought I had time to fix everything, take care of her, take care of my father, give them what they want. At that time, I had a good job. But the truth is, some moments don't come back around. We all think we'll have more chances, more tomorrows, but life doesn't hand out warning labels. There's this powerful line in the song, What Are We Waiting For by Kings and Country, one of my favorite songs. He says, Why are we wasting all the time like someone's making more? And maybe you're listening right now and thinking about your what ifs, regrets, missed opportunities, things left unsaid. But let me remind you that God still works in unseen time. It's like the story of Lazarus in the Bible. Everybody should know, hopefully know about Lazarus. He was Jesus' best friend. But Jesus still waited. 4 days passed, silence, sorrow, confusion. His family thought it was too late. But then Jesus showed up. And when Jesus speaks, even the death loses its grip. So maybe you're living in that unseen space right now, a season where it feels like everything's falling apart. Like hope is gone, like your clock has run out. But God hasn't forgotten you. He sees the seconds you think are wasted, and He can still breathe the resurrection into what looks like the end. Unseen time is not the finish line. It might just be the setup for the comeback. So while the world watches the visible clock, please pay attention to what God is doing in the visible. Because when He moves, anything changes and everything changes. Thanks for joining me on this second episode. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone. Don't wait. Don't delay. The clock is ticking, but God is still on time. Until next time, bless you. Keep walking in grace. Peace and love, everyone.